This is a screenshot of an internal SAPS software. Why did he send this to you?
I do not know why.
Did you report this to anybody within finance or supply chain management? Did you report this to anybody?
No, I didn't report it.
Why not?
It never crossed my mind to report it.
It's as if you're taking us for fools. You know, you tell us what you want, and then we're not reading the same text. But certainly with Mr. Matlala, you are involved in a common activity, whatever that common activity is.
I rather remain silent on this one. I don't want to answer.
He says to you, our project, meaning yours and his project. So it can be that both of you don't understand what us and I and me and we mean. Surely it cannot be.
I do not have a response on this matter.
You don't have a response?
Correct.
Okay. Very soon after you sent him this message, 6 minutes later, he sends you this screenshot. Right?
Correct.
And what is that screenshot a picture of?
It's a computerized screenshot.
Depicting what?
It's written SAPS on top, and then it talks about infrastructure, external data, what. Errors found on data set. Yeah, it's a computerized screenshot.
Yes. Do you recognize this? Have you seen this kind of screenshot before?
Where?
It's a SAPS computer system, isn't it?
I saw it when he sent me, the very same one.
You saw it when he sent it to you?
Yes.
Right. And this is a screenshot of an internal SAPS software. It's a computer screen.
Correct.
Yes. And it relates to information concerning his contract.
I won't know what is related to which or what. I don't know. It doesn't say this is related to Medicare 24.
Right. It just, it has numbers. It has sort of, I suppose, reference number. And it says invoices to be uploaded.
Let me check. Where is that? I'm not finding that. That what you say invoice to be uploaded?
You see, it says end of report.
Yeah.
Between tram lines, just above that.
On the right-hand side, General, just above end of report, right-hand side.
Oh, yes, I see it, Commissioner.
It says invoices to be uploaded.
Yes, Commissioners.
So this is an internal finance screenshot, isn't it? It's a screen of finance department software and information.
It looks like that because I don't normally work with finances, but it looks like that.
Well, when you can see it says South African Police Service at the top, and then infrastructure, external data retrieval, etc., etc. So it's a job card or an entry. It was a search that it seems someone had done, and it came up with this.
When I look at it, Commissioners, first thing I must put it in, Robert, I don't work with finances. I'm unable to explain it, what exactly it is and what it is doing. But when you show me that thing, invoices to be uploaded, in my mind it tells me that someone was supposed to be paid. That is what comes into my mind. Someone was supposed to be paid. When you look at this thing that is written invoices, to be uploaded.
Yes, but it's an internal SAPS. It's it could be finance or supply chain management department, this information. Why did he send this to you?
I do not know why, but as I indicated yesterday, later far in front in my other messages, as I've testified yesterday, I think Tuesday, that he did tell me about his challenges of not receiving his payments.
Yes.
And I don't know why he sent this to me and then how he get hold of it, because I also tried to check here the police emblem that I don't see it here, but I see it is written the South African Police Service.
Okay, so he sent you this. Do you dispute that this is an internal SAPS information? Do you dispute that?
It can be purported to be, because these things people sometimes they reproduce.
Sorry, you say that again?
It can be purported to be.
I'm not following. You're saying it may not be.
It can be, it cannot be. So I don't want to say I dispute or I agree. It can be or it cannot be, but this is what he sent.
Okay, so he sent you this, and he says, let me know when you're around. So what did you ask him, what is this?
As I'm saying, later he indicated to me about his challenges, but I don't think I asked him what is this for.
You didn't ask him?
I don't think I asked him.
And you didn't ask him where he received this from? Did it not occur to you at the time? I mean, it's apparent to anyone who looks at it that it's an SAPS internal information, and it's a screenshot.
I don't think I asked him, but I believe if he's called here, he will be able to come and say where he got it, what is this thing, is it authentic SAPS document, or did somebody reproduce it, or what, I don't know, but he will have to come and testify.
Did you report this to anybody within finance or supply chain management to say, I'm getting this thing, it looks like it might be an internal SAPS finance information, contractual information, and you might have a leak? Did you report this to anybody?
No, I didn't report it.
Why not?
It never crossed my mind to report it.
Why not? When you see this, did it not make you think,
it
what
never
is this?
crossed my mind to report it, commissioners.
So you sat with this and did nothing?
I didn't report it, commissioners.
And when you spoke to him, Mr. Matlala, after this, what was the conversation? Did he talk to you about why he sent this to you?
He never told me why he sent it to me, but he told me about his challenges of delayed payment and those orders there around, I think, February, March, around there. I will have to check properly the dates here, but I don't know the exact dates, but he did inform me about his challenges of payments, delayed payments.
Yes.
Yeah, but I've never cross-questioned him about this.
So when he told you about his challenges on delayed payments, he just didn't talk to you about this? He just sent this to you without any conversation?
I believe, I'm saying we never discussed this document, me and him.
I don't believe that you are, again, being open and honest with the Commission. This is an internal screenshot of a computer screen to which only people in finance and supply chain management would have access. A private citizen, someone obviously took this and this screenshot and sent it to Mr. Matlala. And the reason he sent it to you is for assistance on dealing with his payment of his invoices. As you say, he was talking to you about it, and he was seeking your assistance. What's your comment on that?
He never asked my assistant commissioners.
I'm also say to you that, again, in the person of your position and with your responsibilities, you should have reported this to the relevant person in either finance or supply chain management in head office.
I believe that is the advocate's view, but I didn't report it.
Now, I know the fact that you didn't report it. Do you accept that you should have reported it?
For me, it didn't make any sense. That's why I didn't even look up, discuss it with him and everything, as I've indicated.
I'll maintain what I'm saying. I think you're not being completely open with the Commission.
Come again?
So I'll maintain what I said earlier, that you're just not being open with the Commission about this screenshot and what its meaning is.
Thank you. Commissioners?
Yes.
Are you moving off this page 40?
Yes.
Or 10 rather, page 10. General, that WhatsApp message at the top where you say, I will be in Pretoria next week, I request that if things are favorable, let's finalize the contract for those guys who assisted us. You say, you say that the guys you are referring to are the risk assessment people that
Correct, Commissioner.
that you gave him to speak to.
Correct, Commissioner.
So did I then mishear your evidence yesterday or misunderstand it yesterday when I think you said all you did was just to give him the names and what he did with them you don't know? I thought that was your evidence yesterday.
I said I referred him to people who knows these things of security risk management,
Yes.
so that he must continue to deal with that.
Yes, and you had no further involvement.
I said whatever emanated from there, I didn't further ask him about. But this WhatsApp reminded me that when I asked him that did he finalize the contract of those guys, I was referring to the very same people, just inquiring, Commissioner.
So you got involved in discussions with Mr. Matlala about contracts for these risk assessment people. You didn't just give him names and carried on with your life and don't know what he did with them.
We, as I indicated, Commissioners, yesterday, in that we were talking under general, then I brought this topic of risk assessment. Then I've recommended this third-party person, people to do it, because I was of the view that he's going to call them, they must do a presentation and then do that. And then that is why I was asking him here about whether did he finalize the contract, meaning that in my context that they met and did what they were supposed to do, did they finalize their work with him in relation to his security company, Commissioner.
So you knew that he's dealt with these, he's been talking to them, they're talking about contracts. What I'm trying to establish from you is, after you gave him the names, what was your further involvement with this referral? Because the impression you created yesterday, and until you see this WhatsApp message, the impression that you have created to us, in my recollection of your evidence, is all you did was you just gave him the names of these people, and then that was your only involvement in it. When he says to you, I have met with a guy, you remember there were emails, WhatsApps, where he says, I've met with a guy, we asked you, what is this about? You said, I assumed he meant the risk assessment people, I don't know. So you gave us the impression yesterday in your evidence that you just gave him the names, and that was the end of your involvement. Now we have a WhatsApp before us where you're now talking about contracts. Maybe take us, tell us more. What, in fact, was the extent of your involvement with Mr. Matlala and the people that you say you referred him to for risk assessment?
Commissioners, here I was just making a follow-up. I didn't participate in the entire process. I was making a follow-up about the finalization of that contract. But it's not a contract that I am a partner to it or whatever. I was making a follow-up, whether that contract, it's just that maybe I utilized my English wrongfully when I say us.
No, I'm not at us yet.
Yes.
I'm still at the contract because I would like to know, how did you know, as at the 15th of January 2025, how did you know that they haven't finalized the contract unless you were involved in whatever was going on? Why would you know that? It's not your business. It's Mr. Matlala's business, according to you, that you're referring him for risk assessment. How and why would you know that there's a contract that must still be completed between them, that must be finalized?
Commissioners, I'm saying I was making a follow-up.
Yes.
Yes. It is
To
not
finalize the contract.
I was making a follow-up if he did finalize the contract. It is unfortunate that I utilized the word us, but I was making a follow-up.
You are requesting him, General. You're not asking for an update. It's not an update you're asking for. And please don't say unfortunate use of language, of English. No, it won't work. You're not asking for an update. You say you request that we finalize the contract. So you know the contract is not yet finalized. And how do you know that the contract is not finalized unless you are much more involved with this than you testified yesterday, or the impression you created yesterday? You knew the contract is not finalized.
As I've indicated, Commissioners, I wanted to know if this contract was finalized, because when we talked that time, he agreed to engage with them. He agreed to engage with those third parties. Hence, I didn't participate. Then I was asking him if this contract, he did finalize it, because the contract is a question of whether did they come, did they give him the thing, did he finalize it? I was checking if he did finalize it.
Okay. General, that can't be, and you know it's not. Your language is very clear. I request that if things are favorable, let's finalize the contract. You know that's not a request. That's not a request for an update. It's not an inquiry. You know as you sit there that, in fact, what this is you're asking Mr. Matlala, let's complete this contract. Let's do what is necessary to finalize it. You know that. And please accept that we also know what the English language you have used here means. Because otherwise, it's as if you're taking us for fools. You know, you tell us what you want, and then we're not reading the same text. In this text, you say, I request that we finalize the contract. And it says exactly that. So that's what it says. And I'm not asking you for comment further about it. That's what it says. It's language, it's clear. You're asking him to finalize the contract. That's one. Two, you say, for those guys who assisted us. So by now you have received, you know that Mr. Matlala has received assistance, whether it's his company or both your company, but you know from this text that assistance has been provided. So you further evidence that you are much more intimately involved with whoever you are referring to here, the third party, the guys that you are referring to. You have insight. They assisted us. It's not a slip of the English language. It's a fact you are stating. The guys who assisted us. So you are much more involved than you've let on to us. Lastly, the us, it's not a slip of the English language. It's not sometimes we speak us. You're speaking about something that you and Mr. Matlala are involved with these guys who have assisted you, and that you need to finalize the contract. That's what this text is. And please do not say to us things that suggest you think we Yeah, I think we've all done English, at least up to matric. And this is simple English. There's no difficult words that require a dictionary. Your text is clear. I request that if things are favorable, let's finalize the contract for those guys who assisted. And then us, you and Mr. Matlala and whoever else you are referring to. That's what it is.
And just one last point. Remember your earlier discussion with Mr. Matlala.
Do you wish to comment on this, General?
I was advised not to comment, and I'll take it.
No, I did not ask you not to comment. I just don't expect you to have a comment.
Thank you.
You can comment if you want to.
I take that. Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you.
I was just reminding you, your earlier discussion with Mr. Matlala on page 3, it can't also be a slip of a tongue because he says to you, our project, meaning yours and his project. So it can be that both of you don't understand what us and I and me and we mean. Surely it cannot be. Your response to him is to thank him. Your response is not, I don't know what you're talking about. Your response is to say thank you. Want to comment or simply accept that that's what the text says?
I don't want to comment because our context of the text are not the same. That is all. I rather remain silent on this one. I don't want to answer.
Well, the context will be the same because according to you, yesterday you said at page 2 when you were asked about the guy that I met very late, couldn't even notify you, I'm coming back again tomorrow, though he needs to give me feedback. You said that was the guys you referred him to for risk assessment. That's at page 2. That's what you said. It's the guys for risk assessment. And then at page 3 that Commissioner Kumalo is referring you to, where you say the guy where he says, the guy I went to see really helped. I will tell you whenever you're back this side. Monday, I'm starting with our project. Nothing is disturbing me anymore. You said that's the risk assessment. So, and then now, at page 10, you say it is the risk assessment. So you're talking, according to you, you're talking about the same people. So the context is not different at all. And Commissioner Kumalo is correct to say, well, your explanation yesterday that the hour at page 3 could not have been referring to a project that you are involved with, when you look at that and then you look at this page 10 where there's a reference to us, it's clear what it clarifies is you are involved with Mr. Matlala, whoever else is involved, we don't know, but certainly with Mr. Matlala. You are involved in a common activity, whatever that common activity is. You tell us that common activity is the risk assessment, but we know from this it's a common activity by the use of plural. And we know from you that all these WhatsApps from page 2, 3, and 10 are about risk assessment. So it's exactly the same context and exactly the same story. Thank you.
Commissioner, General, before you respond, I just want to say that your own version, you now say that the context, your response is very curt in response to the question by Commissioner Beloy, which is to say the context is different, and you leave it at that. But in paragraph 38 of your statement, you put those communications together. You say all of them about the same thing. So you say that yourself in your statement. So I just wanted to point that out to you before you respond to Commissioner Beloy, but you may respond to her.
I don't have a response on this matter.
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
I do not have a response on this matter.
You don't have a response?
Correct.
Okay.